Hi crafters and welcome. So today is Sunday, November 9th, and I'm looking outside of my side window here, just right over here, and I see fluffy snowflakes coming down. Now overnight we were supposed to get 1 to 3 inches. Now we got rain. It extended into our snow period, so a lot of it melted. But right now, there's fluffy little flakes coming down. It looks a little bit pretty, but I'm not going to go crazy and say it's beautiful yet. But it is pretty on the leaves that are still left on the trees. Anyway, that's the weather report from Chicagoland area. Welcome, it's Roxy. So we're going to go ahead and make a card together using this stamp bundle. It is Words of Beauty. It is 9 dies, 15 stamps. And I did a little visual from yesterday to show you, because there was 3 different dies, remember? 3 different size dies. Let me bring them out so you can see them. So you had your large outline, your largest outline, which I called number 3, your middle, that's number 2, so it's not just a blob, it has a little more definition to it. And then you had your actual word. All right, I guess I could print them all the same way. That would make a little sense, huh? All right, so doing that, there we have just number 1. There we have number 1 with number 2. There we have number 1 with number 3. There we have all of them together, 1, 2, and 3. And then here we have 2 with 3 with stamping on number 2. So that's kind of the variety of what you can do with those die cuts. So that's your little index grid. So I'm going to keep that inside of my my storage folder as well. All right, so let me get these over to the side here because I don't want to lose them. All right, so what I think we're going to do for today is, that one goes over that. All right, let me get this off of here because I'm trying not to use my lights. I didn't like my paper down here, even though it kind of guided me as to stay on this stamp area. If I don't go off here, it'll be okay. And if I don't use my overhead lights up there, my whatever you call them, the ones that are inside the ceiling, it's not going to give me the glare. I do have a little sunshine coming in from my curtain over here. You can see how that changes. So I didn't like having too much of a glare on that from the outside. Okay, anyway, enough gabbing. Gabbed way too much. Let's go ahead and make a card. So I'm going to get a base card. So here's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now I'm not sure if I want to use basic white, if I want to use very vanilla, or if I want to use basic beige. So I'm going to figure that out when I figure out what colors I'm going to be stamping with. So I want to since it's snowing, I kind of want to make a bright card. Oh, I don't like the way that looks on camera. Let me go like that so there's a little more definition. There you go. And I'm very distracted by watching the snow outside my window here. Okay, so let's bring out my 6x6 papers. Let's see. Let's bring the Regals out. And what this is, and I got this from another, I don't know what stamp company it was, but I like it because I could put my full pages here, and I could put my portions here. So let's go ahead and bring out this, and let's use one of my scraps, because you know I'm trying to use up my scraps as much as I can. So let's see what I have in my scraps for the Regals. All right. I don't know if I like any of those stripes. I don't think I want to use any of those stripes. So I'll put those back into my little divider here. And let's grab out, let's grab out those Regals 6x6. Sorry if that's really loud. All right, I'm gonna leave this over here on my chair, just so it's not far away. I really want to use not so much the stripes. I want to use these, what is that? Speckled, mottled. Ooh, that's really pretty. Oh, should I go? Oh, I like that, but that may be a little bit too dark. So let me go maybe to my subtles, and I'll get up Heather highlight. Put the Regals back. Go to the subtles. All right, here's my subtles. Yeah, see, I think I want to use that. Ooh. Right. Yeah, this is Fresh Freesia. I'm going to use Heather Highland. Alright, let's put those back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a piece that is, I think I want to go 3.5 inches today. Is that going to be too much though on the card? Yeah, no, too much. Let's do 3. Yeah, we'll go 3 inches. So I'm going to do 3 inches by 4 1/4. Yeah, I'm going to cut out that darker part there. So here's my 4 1/4 mark. Now these will go inside. Oops, that was fun. These will go inside that divider. This is what I'm going to use. Let me see now. I think I'm going to use it on the very vanilla. So we'll put these 2 card bases back in my little cubby here. This is going to be what I use here. So now to cut, I'm going to use, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab that scrap back out right away. Because if I use that, I can use this as a middle layer, and then I could use the Gorgeous Grape again as the third. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead. We're going to use the because. I feel like I used the just quite a bit on my example cards, but now I'm looking, I've used the because too. But let's go ahead and get these in the right order, because I didn't do that yesterday. So the because is going to go on here. The large because is going to go here. The small because is going to go there. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, because I love you. So I think that's what my phrase is going to be. No, maybe I'll do this one, because I appreciate you. So it's a little bit longer and it'll fill up more the length of the card. This I love you is very small. So yeah, maybe I'll do I appreciate you. Okay. All right, so let me bring over from my side counter up to my raised counter here. Yes, I have my desk, I have my side counter, and I have my raised counter. Oops, now you see one of the colors that you'll see in the examples. All right, so let's bring this over here. Put this underneath to protect my glass mat. And I'm going to cut out, this is the middle because I think I'm going to go like that. I want to get more of the white spots. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go fairly flat, so I'm saving a lot of this extra for future die cuts. All right, so there's my middle because let me just turn this over here to hang on to that die. And now we'll go into the gorgeous grape and we'll do these. I am going to tape these down because I don't want them to slide and cut into each other because we all know that's happened before and it was not good. All right, so that's against the edge and that's right there. All right, and they're not touching any of the other dies. Set my machine back up over there. Grab these out. Oops. Oh, I believe it's still on that. Silly Roxi. Let me go ahead and grab that off this very, very strong magnet. Because I believe is still on there. This over here, back on my side counter. There we go. Now I can put it on that. All right, so here we have my because. We have this because, and we have this. So we're using 1, 2, and 3 all together. All right. So now I'm not going to do any gluing. So I'm going to turn these all upside. I'm not going to do any more cutting. So I'm going to turn these upside down. Let me get out my silicone mat. Let's squeeze some glue on there. At first I have to clean it off. Can you see I have glue on there from what I did yesterday? You know what, I'll just flip it over. Here we go. Don't need this one because I'm doing that. Well, I might need that in a sec. Take my silicone brush. I'm going to hold it right here at the A. Because you don't want this to move. Otherwise you'll get glue on the other side. So we'll set it over here to dry. Let's get another one here. Oops, we'll let that dry. I was just sticking my hand because I got a little bit of glue on there. And I think I'm okay with this one. I think I could probably use the, oh, there's enough on there. I was gonna say I can, this one's easy enough to do with my fine tip applicator, but we'll go ahead and do that. Let that dry and come over here. All right. These are cutouts I've already done. I'm sure you've seen that video, and if not, I will link those videos. I say I'll link them. I'll try to link them. I'll try to remember. But these are from the Flora. Let me grab it from over here. Extraordinary Flora. So this has the washi tape that matches to it. Matches to this stamp and this die, and it cuts them all out. Again, I'll link the videos. I've done a couple videos on that, so I'll try to remember to link that for you. So I have a bunch of these, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down as so. Oh no, now I got adhesive over there. Oh, I do want to use this because, you know, I like lining things up straight. So this is how it opens. I like doing this just so I know that it's straight on that edge. There we are. I have a little piece there, so I have my old adhesive eraser. Sorry, that's my bracelet. There we go. Got that up. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is, and here's where I do have to put this together, or at least put this. So I think I'm going to put that right here. Now I know where I can put my flowers. Now, so these are the washi tape put on basic white or very vanilla cardstock and then cut out. If I had been smart, I would have put down the adhesive backings too, but these are pretty good size, so it's okay to use with your I'm distracted, the snow's really blowing now. So it's easy to use with your fine precision tip adhesive bottle. And usually I would lay these out and then I would use either press and seal or my removable tape to keep them all in line and then glue them or do pop-ups. But I'm going to do just glue on these. I'm not going to do pop-ups. I'm not going to use dimensionals, so it's okay if I lay them flat. I'm just pulling out some of the purples. So now this, I'm trying to think if I need a dimensional. I think I'll be okay. These aren't so thick that when you lay them down, you're going to need a dimensional. It'll go like that. So very little is on there. I like that little bit of leaf showing though. There we go. I think I want to have one more just right here. I know I'm going over that. Remember, we have 2 more layers to go down, so it should be okay. Let me see if I have any more. I use the purples more than the pinks. Can you tell that? try to see if I wanted to any more. Let's see. Yeah, so I really don't want to introduce that pink. This is more the purple. It kind of goes along the curve there. So I think I might want to do that and just have that underneath just a little bit like that. I think that's what I want to do. All right, so let's go ahead. By now, the glue on these should be pretty well set up, where now it's more sticky like a repositionable versus just glue. So that way, when I go to line them up, if I need to lift it up, it shouldn't, I'll say it shouldn't rip up that cardstock. But we'll see. A little bit of a gap right there. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring this see, I have to bring it over just a little bit. I have the B looking good, I have the E looking good, so then once you do that, everything else should fall into place. All right, now let's bring up this one. I'm not pushing down yet. I'm trying to make sure that it all looks lined up, and it's not. There's the E. All right, so since the E is lined up, then as I bring this around, that B will line up too. I think I didn't bring, I think I didn't get a punch out there. All right, did I get that punch out now? Yes, it's stuck though. Oh, sorry. My hands are sticky now, and there's a piece that's still on there. I glued it on, of course. There it is. It's being difficult. So my S is probably going to look kind of weird. That was my fault though. You need to make sure you get all your little scritchies out before you glue. Alright, so here's what we have so far. I think these are fine now. I'm going to go ahead and put these back into my container. So that Extraordinary Flora is in the annual catalog, so it is available. And I don't think it's out of stock right now. Sometimes the washi tape goes in and out of stock, but I think we're okay right now. All right, so I said I appreciate you is what we were going to do, correct? So I appreciate you is right here. I want something that's a little bit longer. So here's the I appreciate you, which I think would be pretty good. What's the other long ones we have? We have You're a great friend. Ooh, maybe that's... I think I like that one better because it kind of fills up a lot of that. Yeah, I appreciate you. You know, maybe it's so heavy right here. Maybe that's okay like that. We'll stick with my original premise with the I appreciate you. And then instead of using the die, we're just going to cut it out as a strip. All right. So let's go ahead and let's put this on a piece of, trying to see, I want something with a little bit of color in it, but not too much. So here's a tag I'd used. I think we'll do it on that. Or we could just blend. Let's go ahead and blend our colors so we have that color left. So let me grab from down here, let me grab my purple and my kind of my wine colors. This is like, I think I have Blackberry Bliss on here right now. I do have some purple left on there. If I, these things keep falling off. After a while, the plastic just gives. All right. So see, here's the white, here's this. See how it just makes a little bit of a difference? Here, let me bring it up so you can see. Here's just the white against that. Here's just a little bit of that purple and Blackberry Bliss color on there. Let me get a little more. Like I said, this is just residual left on my brush. If you want it to be darker, all right, this is now broken, so it's going in the trash. If you want it to be darker, you would ink it up with ink, of course. All right, let me put that back down there. Let's grab my block. Hopefully, is this one long enough? Yes, it is. We'll get our memento. All right, I want to make this somewhat straight because I'm doing a strip. That also looks like it's straight, even though I put it on the block crooked. It's still a little crooked. It's all right. We can handle that. All right. So now let's go ahead, bring this over here. I'm going to use the inside of my track here to kind of line it up. So I can see I appreciate you in this track. It's pretty straight. Let me move this just a little bit more. Now can you see in this track right here, I have the I appreciate you straight in there. So if I cut like that, oh, that leaves it really big. But let me get it first straightened out. All right, so it's going to be a little closer, but I am straight on this line here. We know this is my straight edge now. So let's do, and now we can bring it down. So now I'm going to bring the I appreciate you just to the edge of this brown area here. Again, bringing the words just to the brown there. And that's how you can make a pretty perfect strip every time. Let's go ahead, we'll just put glue on this. We won't pop anything up today. Everything will be a flat card today. We'll add some embellishments though, as we always do. And since this is a strip card, I'm going to use the edge of my bottle just to kind of flatten out that, so we're not going to have leakage from underneath. or at least we shouldn't. All right, then I always make sure, this is why my hands are always sticky, always make sure to wipe the glue off. And I think we're almost done. So now, last thing we're going to use is our purple fine shimmer. These are in the annual catalog. Anything I have in a green means that they're annual catalog. I think I want to do 3 along the bookbind area here. And I think I want to do 2 small ones over here. That way we're with our odd numbers. Remember, odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. I think someone said that when we see even numbers, we match stuff up so our eye kind of quits focusing on other parts. I don't know, I'll have to look. I think it was one of the, I can't get over, since I moved this around, everything's just a little bit further away from me. All right, so here we go. There's our card for today. Let me show you the other 2 cards I did. So this one, I used the ephemera. I don't know if it's still around. It's been around for a while. I don't know if it's still around. Fully flowering ephemera pack, but you know, ephemera usually always has some sort of flower on it, and you can create your own very easily by just stamping and cutting it out. So there, I did the ephemera. Those embellishments are the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. These are in the online exclusive, so I'll have to be looking at my blues labels to see if they're still available and update my embellishment. I also did a splatter of that Blackberry Bliss blend on the background. And here, again, those same embellishments, but here, your designer series paper is the star. This designer series paper was, oh, I have it right here by my feet, is, oops, sorry, Floral Charm. Again, it's an online exclusive. I didn't double check to make sure that it's still available, but that's what I used there. All right, guys. So there is our video using the words of beauty as our inspiration. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Hey, I'm so, well, I'm not so close, but I'm getting very close to 500 people who subscribed. So if you have a friend who you think might like this video and like doing more simplistic stamping, because I by means don't spend hours on one card. Most of my cards are anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. So if you think someone out there would like this, go ahead and have them subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Most of all, have a great Sunday. Watching the snow outside the window right now. I don't know if I can, let me see. Let me just see if I can do this really quick. You'll see all my messiness. Can you see? Oops. Can you see? Oh, I guess my screen's in the way. But there's the snow in the Chicagoland area. I hope my neighbor doesn't think I'm trying to take a picture of them. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.